Hello, Dan from the HS team again. So this is part two in our series of How Do We Work? So this is our other option, which is recruitment as a service, which is slightly more complicated than our contingency recruitment, which is why I wanted to make a video around this, because it's going to be easier to explain when we're looking at visuals. You can see the slides next to me. So I'm going to talk you through how it works, what it is. As I say, slightly more complicated. Maybe pause it, get a coffee, something like that, and we'll go through it. So again, 20 years experience. I'm sure you'll have a rough idea of who we are, but 20 years experience. In Europe, obviously I'm British, but most of what we do is in the US. It's all MarTech, sales tech, ad tech, these kinds of tech businesses. And the types of people are account executives, so sales, marketing, demand and growth people, tech, and operations. So, and here we go. So, a new way of hiring. What do we mean by that? So, it started off, recruitment as a service started off as an idea of like, how could we improve what we're doing and improve the level of commitment and service that we provide to our clients. So we came up with recruitment as a service, and what it is it's almost like project-based hiring. So you're going to need one person, 3 people, 6 people, 10 people, and we're going to give you a fixed price for that, and you pay for it over 12 months. So you're not getting, hammered for costs here and there. You've bought the project and you're paying for it over 12 months, and there's nothing unpredictable in there. So it doesn't matter what the salary is. It doesn't matter, you've bought it on a per project basis. So it's easy to budget for, and you know what's happening over the sort of 12 months. So what does that look like in practice? So I'll explain what it is, and then I'm going to make a third video after this, which explains the process, how we work, what we're going to do, that sort of thing. Let's not get too bogged down on that now, but let's go to the next slide, which is, okay, so there are 4 plans. So if you wanted to buy one vacancy credit from us, and a vacancy credit is we will fill one job and you pay for it over 12 months. So one job is $21,000. So, obviously you can work out the types of salaries that you would need to be hiring from that for it to be worth your while. Typically, our fees are either on a contingency basis, are either 20%, 25%, or 30%. So if we use, $100,000 as a base salary, and you want to do it at 20%, then that's going to be $20,000. So perhaps this wouldn't make sense. But if it's $150,000 vacancy that you want to insure for 12 months, which we'll come back to, then this makes a lot of sense. So the average cost per hire, $21,000. There's an average saving of $4,000, which we'll talk about at the end. But so let's crank it up a couple of gears. So let's say you're going to hire 3 people and you want 3 vacancy credits. These credits don't expire, so you can use one now. You can use them in 3 years. It's not a problem. So that would be $54,000 in total, but the cost per hire is $18,000, and you would pay for that $4,500 per month over 12 months. And again, we crank it up a few more gears here, and you see the average cost per hire drops to $15,000, $12,000 per hire, and again, you would pay for that $10,000 a month. Now, hopefully that's clear. If it's not, leave me a comment below, or if you've probably got my number or something, call me or email me. But where it's going to get, I think, perhaps a little bit more interesting now, and where this might come in more interesting, is we're going to have the option to, I guess you could say, insure the vacancies. So if we, so this slide is. It's a cost saving slide. It's if you were to hire these vacancies through standard recruitment options, it would three account executives at probably $140,000-$150,000, it's going to be about $30,000 per candidate with that as a fee. But then if you hire it through us on the recruitment as a service, there's $18,000 per hire. The total cost $54,000. So your FD is going to be happy about that. So that's all that is. And there's obviously some nice reasons why. And you can download this document below. I'll put the link in the description. So here's where we get to the insurance, I guess you could call it. So all of our placements come with 3 months free replacement as standard. So what that means is if you don't like the candidate and you ask them to leave, or the candidate leaves, then we'll give you a free replacement. There's no gotcha. There doesn't have to be a specific reason for them to exit the business. It could be your choice. It could be their choice. Whatever it is, just tell us. I think we need either 10 days or 14 days written notice. It's in the terms and conditions, which I'll send to you, but we'll give you that free replacement. But if you want to extend that to 6 months, then it's $1,750 per vacancy. So but you have to insure all of your vacancies. So if you took 3 vacancies from us, you would have to insure all 3 of those. So it would be 3 times 1,750, and all of the jobs would be insured. Now, if you wanted to extend that even further to 12 months, which is unheard of, and it's the same terms, you don't have to explain why they've gone. Maybe if it's a salesperson, it could be 364 days later. They're only 40% of their quota. You've tried everything and they're just not working out. You can say to me, look, Dan, this person hasn't worked out. Can we have our free replacement? We've let them go. Yeah, of course, no problem. There's no questions asked, no fuss. But if you wanted to do it for 12 months, that's $2,500 per vacancy. So again, if you took 3 vacancies, you'd have to insure all 3 of them. And yeah, as I say, there's no catch. I guess the only caveat to be aware of is that it is a like for like replacement. So that means they're not credits. So if we place an account executive, let's say, and that account executive leaves and they're within their period of free replacement, we would give you a free replacement for that account executive. You couldn't say, oh, well, we'll take someone in IT. It's not a credit, it's a replacement. So hopefully that makes sense. So yeah, if you like what you hear, or you've got some questions, or you think there's something that I've missed, you can download this document. You can book a call with me. You can drop me an email. But yeah, I look forward to hearing from you, and hopefully that was clear. All right, bye.